Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here, weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, it's all about the coldest air of the season, autumn season so far, with freeze warnings up and freeze watches up as well. We'll be passing all the information along to you, along with taking a look at whether it's going to rain this weekend. Maybe we'll catch a break. We'll see. That's tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Okay, we've got cold air, and we also have freeze watches up for tonight. We're looking at lows tomorrow morning, generally in the low to mid 30s across eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. It'll be a little warmer along coastal areas of New Jersey and also across New York City and Long Island and southeastern New England. And the reason for that is that we have clouds that'll be coming back in, a low that is going to be developing offshore, and maybe even a little bit of a cold rain coming in during the early morning hours and lasting into at least part of Wednesday. I don't know how much rain we're going to get out of it. It looks to be on the light side. But then Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's going to really be the coldest morning here of this current stretch. Uh, just about everybody inland will see temperatures down in the 20s, and we could see warmer urban locations like Philadelphia, New York City, down to Washington, D.C., hovering right around the freezing mark. Long Island's kind of iffy. It is sort of borderline on whether it'll get to 32 or not, but for I would say 95% of folks, it's going to be a fairly solid freeze, and there should be just enough of a wind to prevent any kind of widespread frost. That might happen Thursday night into Friday morning in areas that are able to see radiational cooling. In the meantime, today we did catch a break for a little while. You can see there's dry air over New England and into Pennsylvania and northern New Jersey, but we've got this frontal boundary to the southeast that really isn't moving very much, and there's a band of clouds running southwest to northeast that extends from Texas on up into Georgia and then up through Virginia. And now those clouds are starting to creep back a little bit northward. You'll notice there's a swirl off the Florida coast. There's low pressure there. It's going to hook up with this frontal boundary. We also have this upper trough that is circling around the Great Lakes. There you go. You see it right here. And that really kind of marks the push of the coldest air. And that's going to eventually take this low and move it northeastward offshore. Not a problem for inland areas, but again, some coastal areas may get brushed with a little bit of rain late tonight and into the first part of tomorrow. We actually could see some rain on the radar already that's still hanging back, showing up aloft in southern New Jersey as of 1:30 p.m. this afternoon, down through the Delmarva Peninsula. The steadier rain for now is offshore. Around the Great Lakes with this upper trough, we've got rain and snow showers going on as that low drops to the southeast. That upper low drops down to the southeast and then eventually swings east and northeast. I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, tomorrow if a few wet snowflakes or a few ice pellets mix in, if some of that rain backs a little bit inland, we could see a bit of a mix develop. There actually were some snow flurries reported this morning in the Poconos, and some places even had a whitening of the ground in the Catskills. As far as precipitation goes over the next 7 days, really not a whole heck of a lot here in the east, from Maine down to Florida. Most areas getting generally under a tenth of an inch. It's a little heavier precip-wise around the Great Lakes because they have a couple of weather systems that'll be moving through there. It's also quite substantial in the Pacific Northwest, where we're seeing several to many inches of rain and some mountain snows in the northernmost Rockies over the next 7 days as a strong weather system comes in off the coast of the Pacific Northwest. We don't have any severe weather to worry about. So for the rest of this afternoon, look for areas of sunshine and some developing clouds. You can see how the GFS generates a little bit of rain tomorrow morning right along the coastal areas of Long Island and New Jersey. Some light snows and snow showers from some lake effect going on with the upper trough in eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and parts of upstate New York. Those patches will be around into tomorrow afternoon. There'll probably still be a little bit of leftover rain around midday, and then it should pull out, and the coldest of that cold air comes in. So Wednesday night and Thursday morning, the coldest of this stretch. High pressure moves to the coast Thursday afternoon. We should start to see temperatures moderate during the day on Friday. It'll be a cold night, perhaps not quite as cold as Thursday morning when you wake up Friday morning, although there will be some places I think that will probably radiate. And then we'll see temperatures bounce back up into the 50s. The daytime highs tomorrow not getting out of the 40s, by the way, and will probably be upper 40s to around 50 or so on Thursday. But we should be into the 50s on Friday and probably well into the 50s for Saturday into Sunday. Could even see some 60-degree readings on Sunday. The next low here moves across the Great Lakes. There's a weak front with it, doesn't really get through. There's a second low behind it that pushes the front through sometime on Tuesday, and that'll be followed by another cold high that'll be dropping down from Canada and into the eastern part of the United States. So we'll get set for another round of cold temperatures below average for this time of year. We'll take a look at the long range tonight and much more on the Joe and Joe Weather Show. That's at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll see you then.